To multiply polynomials, we multiply each term in one polynomial by each term in the other polynomial. Then, we combine the like terms and simplify. For example, if in the first polynomial we have 3 terms, in the second polynomial we had 2 terms, then before we combine the like terms and simplify, we should have 6 terms. Because all 3 of the terms in the first polynomial need to be multiplied with the 2 terms in the second polynomial. Now, let's go over how to multiply one term by another term. Our first step is to multiply the constants. Our second step is to multiply each variable together. And our last step is to combine the results. So, our first step, multiplying 3x and 2xy, is to multiply the constants. So 3 times 2 are constants. And then next, we're going to multiply each variable together. So that's x times y. Combine the results gives us 3 times 2, which is 6. X times x is x squared. Y. Our final answer is 6x squared y. Now, let's practice by multiplying terms. On the left side, we have one term by 2 terms. So that's going to give us 2 terms before we combine and simplify. So here we have one term, 4x, and 2 terms, x plus 5xy. Our first step is to multiply 4x by x. This gives us 4x squared. And then we have 4x multiplied by 5xy. This gives us 20x squared y, because we multiply the constants together, and then we multiply the variables. 4x squared and 20x squared y cannot be simplified further, so this is our final answer. What about this side? We have 2 terms multiplied by 1 term. We have 2 terms here and 1 term here. Our first step is to multiply the first term with this term, so this gives us x cubed times 2y. And then we have this term by this term. So minus x times 2y. This gives us 2x cubed y minus 2xy. These are not like terms, so they can't further be simplified, so this is our final answer. In general, when multiplying polynomials, we multiply each term in the first polynomial with each term in the other polynomial. When multiplying binomials, which is a polynomial with 2 terms, there is a special method called FOIL. FOIL just makes sure that you multiply each term in each of these binomials. F is first, O is outer, I is inner, and L is last. So let's get started with an example. Here, we're multiplying a plus b multiplied by c plus d. So if we get started, we want to start with a multiplied by c. As you can see, ac is going to be first because we're multiplying the first of both binomials. Then we have a multiplied by d, which is going to be outer because as you can see, it's the outer term of both. After that, we have b times c, which is going to be inner. And we have b times d, which is last. But as you can see, it still follows a general rule where you multiply each term in one polynomial by each other term in the other polynomial. FOIL is just a way for you to check that you multiplied everything when dealing with binomials specifically. Now, let's do some practice problems. Our first question is multiplying binomials, which means we can use the FOIL method. So, F is first, O is outer, I is inner, and L is last. Let's write it down here. Okay, so first, let's start with F. So that's the first, that's x multiplied by x, that's going to be x squared. O is outer, so let's do x multiplied by -6, which is -6x. After that is inner, so that's going to be 4 multiplied by x, which is plus 4x. And lastly, we have L, which is last, so 4 multiplied by negative 6. That gives us negative 24, which means our final answer is going to be this, but simplified. So we have x squared, we have negative 6x plus 4x, which is negative 2x, and we have negative 24. Our final answer is x squared minus 2x minus 24. Now, let's work on this question. We have 10y multiplied by 5 minus 6y. So, we want to make sure every term in one polynomial is multiplied by every term in the second polynomial. So we have one term here and 2 terms here, so we're looking for 2 terms before simplifying. So let's start with 10y multiplied by 5. 10y multiplied by 5. And then we have 10y multiplied by negative 6y. It's going to be 10y multiplied by 6y. This gives us 50y minus 60y squared, because we multiplied the constants together and then we multiplied the variables. Normally we write exponents counting down, so this can be written negative 60y squared plus 50y. For this question, we have 2 terms in this first polynomial, and we have 3 terms here. 2 times 3 terms means that we're looking for 6 terms before we simplify. Now, let's get started. We'll start with multiplying this 2x to every term here. So 2x times x squared, that gives us 2x cubed. And then we have 2x multiplied by 3x, which gives us 6x squared. And then we have 2x multiplied by 5, which gives us 10x. Now, we need to do the same, but for this negative 1. So we're going to multiply negative 1 by x squared. This gives us negative x squared. We multiply negative 1 with 3x, which gives us negative 3x. And we do negative 1 multiplied by 5, which gives us negative 5. As you can see, we have 6 terms here, which means we multiplied every term with every other term. Now, let's simplify. So, we have x cubed, only one of those, so we can write this down. And that's taken care of. We have 6x squared here, and we have minus 1x squared here. That can be simplified to 5x squared. Here we have 10x minus 3x. That's going to be 7x. And lastly, we have negative 5. So our final answer is 2x cubed plus 5x squared plus 7x minus 5. We've reached our final challenge question. Pause and see if you can get the answer before I solve it. Now, let's get started. We're looking to multiply these 2 polynomials. Both of them have 3 terms, which means before we simplify, we should have 9 terms. Now, let's get started. We have 3x squared multiplied by x squared. That gives us 3x to the 4th power. Then we have 3x squared multiplied by x. That gives us 3x cubed. After that, we have 3x squared multiplied by negative 4, which gives us negative 12x squared. Now, we're done with this one term, so we move on to the negative 2x. Negative 2x multiplied by x squared is negative 2x cubed. Negative 2x multiplied by x is negative 2x squared. Negative 2x multiplied by negative 4 is going to be 8x. This is because the negative and the negative cancel each other out. Then we have 3 multiplied by x squared, which is 3x squared. 3 multiplied by x, which is 3x, and 3 multiplied by negative 4 is negative 12. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 terms here, so we know that we multiplied all the terms we needed to. Now, let's combine like terms. There's only one x to the 4 here, so we have 3x to the 4, and that's taken care of. We have 3x cubed and negative 2x cubed, which means we have 1x cubed. 3 minus 2, that's 1. We have negative 12x squared, negative 2x squared, and 3x squared. This means negative 12 minus 2 is negative 14, plus 3 is negative 11. So negative 11x squared. And then we have 8x plus 3x, which is 11x. And lastly, we have negative 12. Our final answer is 3x to the 4th power plus x cubed minus 11x squared plus 11x minus 12. And that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching.